Hi everyone, it's Beauty Junkie. Welcome to my channel. Today we're trying a whole lot of new stuff for me. May not be new to you, but we're just trying out a lot of different products today, including the Scott Barnes Sculpting and Contour palette. Very, very excited to look at all the colors, try them out, see how they look. Also, I have a variety of complexion products I'm trying out as well. Some of these you've seen before, so I'm just continuing to test them out. I also got the Scott Barnes Clair palette to mix products with, which I'm so glad I finally bought. I've kind of been contemplating getting this for a long time, so I'm really happy about it, and I'll get to try that out for the first time today. So if any of this excites you, please keep on watching. What I want to do is one side Erborian CC cream and the other side the Chantecaille Just Skin Tinted Moisturizer. So the side with this red thing on my eye and the mole, this is going to be Chantecaille. And then the other side's going to be Erborian. Chantecaille! And I'm going to apply this with a sponge. So this is in the shade Alabaster, and I'm going to put this on my new palette. And I like having a palette like this instead of using the back of my hand because I forget that I have makeup on the back of my hand and I get it all over my clothes. So this helps with cleanliness, it helps with mixing multiple products, and I was using like a plastic palette but it was getting scratches all over it when I cleaned it, and I'm hoping this doesn't occur with this glass one. So we're doing the mole side with Chantecaille. So yeah, this shade is Alabaster. And it says I was actually surprised to read this is supposed to be medium coverage because I've tried it a couple times now. And I just don't see that it's medium coverage. Maybe I need to put on another layer, but I'm just not getting that from this. I don't know. I think maybe I'm not applying it enough. But to me, it just has a classic tinted moisturizer feel. It's really nice texture, but it's just really light and creamy and lotiony. Would I replace this product with a moisturizer? Like, in other words, would I not apply moisturizer before this? No, I don't think this is enough moisture. And would I skip out on SPF instead of this? No, because it's only SPF 15. So when you think about it, you're really all you're getting, if you think how I'm thinking, is a light, easy to blend texture, which is typically what I want for every day. But if you're thinking of it in terms of, oh, I don't have to apply as many products if I use something like this, to me that's not true because you're not getting enough SPF and you're not really getting enough moisturizer. So some people may think, like, what's the point of this then? And that's a really good question. I think it blends easy. I'm using a sponge just because I have little crevices around my nose that are tricky to blend with my fingers. Otherwise, you can totally apply this with your fingers. It's kind of the point of an easy to use product like this. So this second layer, I'm definitely getting more coverage. and it definitely feels more stickier for some reason as I apply the second layer, kind of like a foundation would. I think the color is nice. So about Chantecaille, this one they have a variety of shades. It's more like a typical foundation range. It's not huge, but it's not like minimal shades either. Could it be better? Yeah, of course. So this side is looking pretty flawless. This is the sided Chantecaille side. This is nothing. So my redness is definitely cut down. I have a feeling, so I've worn this a couple times, it definitely turns real dewy pretty quickly on my combo skin. It does not last all day, so I think I'm going to be setting it quite a bit, especially if I want to apply contour powder, because I'm worried if I do a light application of powder and I put contour that the coverage is just going to disappear. So that is the Chantecaille Just Skin Tinted Moisturizer side. All done. It's a nice texture, it blends in easy, but I had to use a lot of product to get this coverage. It doesn't look bad though. Just keep in mind costs. I think Chantecaille is around $70 for that. It's 1.7 ounces. And now to the Erborian, it's 1.5 ounces. I believe this is about $45. And sometimes in the past they've done half off sales, but that's not usual. So with this one, it comes in an SPF 25, so a little bit higher SPF, a little bit less product. But what's different about this one is it is a, I'll go ahead and put this on the glass. Actually, yeah, I'll put it on the glass. So this starts out white and it has little beads in it, and when you rub it in, it turns to the color it's supposed to match your skin. But it does come in shades, so this one's in Clair. This is the lightest shade. I believe there's 2 other shades and that is it. So not really a shade range, but this is supposed to match like a lot of skin tones. It's supposed to be kind of like color matching. So I'm just going to be using my fingers because you can't actually apply this with a sponge and blend it out because there's not heat from your hands, there's not friction, so the color just remains white. So if you don't like using your hands, I wouldn't use this product. You're going to want to use like a typical tinted moisturizer or foundation. Probably some of you are thinking like, wow, that is really white. Well, I'm not blended in yet. So right now it just looks like sunscreen. And again, this product too, I wouldn't rely on this for moisture or a sunscreen alone. I would apply a moisturizer before this and a sunscreen as well, but I do like the easy to apply formula, and I like the easy texture of it. It's just nice and light. So I'm going to get up close and blend this in with my hand mirror. So I feel like I applied a lot of product on this side as well. Kind of similar amount. And this Erborian one I've been using for a longer amount of time, several months. probably like 6 months, and I really like it. I've been wearing a lot to work. It's just an everyday kind of blurring and, you know, to even out my tone. I get a lot of redness. It's just kind of been my go-to, and I still use it regularly. But I have been curious about the Chantecaille, so I picked it up in the recent Nordstrom and Neiman Marcus sales. I picked up several Chantecaille products, actually. Alright, so I think that is blended out pretty well. My nose is usually the trickiest part, but I've learned to accept that I cannot be perfect about everything, every spot. Alright, so now I have to tell the difference. This side is the Erborian side, and this is the Chantecaille. And I'm going to get real close so you guys can see. Erborian, Chantecaille. Okay. Right now, if I'm going to compare the Chantecaille side looks more blended in and more melted into my skin, whereas the Erborian side does not look as blended. Like, I'm noticing it kind of sitting in my pores and sitting at the surface of my skin. And I think it's because I'm limited on its application. Like, I can't really use a sponge with it. So I'll give a slight lead to Chantecaille on that front, and then I can apply it with a sponge. Sorry, I'm just staring, but I'm just really trying to compare detail-wise. Otherwise, I think it looks pretty indistinguishable, to be honest. And I just think I'll have to focus on blending the Erborian a little more with my fingers. But I think it looks pretty good either way. There's a price difference, slight size difference, but I don't know. Well, let's just keep going. I think it's something to consider if you're considering both of these. You want a similar type of texture. I think they feel fairly similar. Maybe the Erborian's a little bit more matte and the Chantecaille's a little bit more dewy. I don't know, have any of you tried both? What do you guys think? How did they compare? I think they're pretty comparable. I don't know. I think I would continue to get this as long as I can get it on sale, which isn't often. And then I'll also continue to get this. I'll of course try to get it on sale as well, at least somewhat off. This is cheaper. I don't know. Tug of war on this one. I think the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk 3.75. This stuff is amazing. Again, perfect texture for a light to medium coverage foundation or tinted moisturizer. Just amazing, amazing product. Definitely try it out. especially if you like the foundation. I think you're gonna like this. And to me, it's just so easy to blend out so fast. I like my drugstore full coverage concealer, but this is a really nice one for if you don't want full coverage, you just want something more natural. This really fits the bill. Yeah, I really like it. Definitely brightening effect. All this filter in Fair. This is the Charlotte Tilbury kind of glowy highlighting product. I'm just gonna do it under the cheeks. I want to have something underneath my powder to kind of shine through. And I just really like this product. I'm surprised. Like, I know a lot of people loved it and still love it. And I'm glad I splurged and bought it. I actually don't have really any Charlotte Tilbury besides this, and I just got her Lip Cheat Pillow Talk lip liner, and that's all I have right now. I am curious too about her Flawless like finishing powder. I think that's what it's called. The Laura Mercier translucent. I have another like lightweight powder that I could just use that, but I really want to make sure my base doesn't move around when I'm applying this contour, which I'm worried may happen with this light kind of foundation. With a little bit of the new Chantecaille blurring perfect blur powder. There's not really any color to this, but I like to see some smoothing where my pores are. So excited for this. I am like not sure. Ooh, love that packaging. It's so bold. Like it a lot. Comes with a big mirror. Snatch that face. It says snatch that face. This comes with a nice big mirror. 8 different contour colors, which is pretty cool. The reason I debated getting this when it first came out because I was like, I don't really do contour, but I don't really have a contour palette. I have like one contour shade from Kevyn Aucoin that I've used, but I was like, maybe if I have a palette, I'll actually do this more often. I think I have not the most defined face. I have a bit of fat, not gonna lie. So the idea of this, you know, excites me. The Rougher 19 brush. Yeah. I'm trying to plan out where I'm going to place it and what color I want to use. I'm going to do some swatches just to kind of see. And we're going to do left to right, top. So the first one is chiseled. Ooh. That picked up quite a bit of product. Ooh. These are pigmented. Towards my hand. That is chiseled. Then sculpt. Third one is frame. Fourth one is carve. That red looking one is shade, hashtag shade. Then diced. Sliced is that kind of yellow toned one. And last one is snatched. So right now I think I'm gonna mix carve, which is the fourth one in, and diced, which is the third to last one. And we're gonna see how that looks. Two. Carve. I'm like afraid it's gonna be too dark, and then we're gonna do diced. Here we go. A little bit of shade, that red one, because I think that's what Tati did. I'm gonna do a little bit of my nose. I'm not totally comfortable with doing this, but we're gonna try it. I will say there's a little bit of kick up with this powder, but these colors are gorgeous. He did a really good job. The Wayne Goss 10 and the Hourglass Mood Exposure Blush. In with Moonlight all over. I'm going to mix the two lighter shades of the Pat McGrath highlighting palette. And I'm trying the Tom Ford Fiber Brow Gel in Taupe. I'm excited. I've heard a lot of good things about this one. I got it on sale, so that makes it even better. Just gonna open it. Alright. Oh, okay. Has a little spoolie brush. I hope this color is gonna work out. I think so. It looks a little red. I don't have super dark hair though, so I always worry about getting like a dark brown. But I'm not a true taupe. Whoop, that's a lot of product. I have to say my eyebrows are a bit sparse. So they can be a bit of a challenge. An eyeliner, it's a green eyeliner from Chantecaille, Black Forest, that I really want to try. This is their Luster Glide Silk Infused eyeliner. So that's going to be like the highlight of my eye, but I think I'm going to pair it with the Natasha Denona Mini Nude, the nude shade, that light shade. Just kind of on the lid, nothing too fancy. I'm just going to use that shimmery shade, the lighter one, and do a little inner corner magic. I'm going to do that dark matte shade. I've used this a couple times. I really like the color. You may not be able to pick up, I think you can see that green pretty well. It's like a dark green, but vibrant. So I'm gonna do my Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect mascara on the top lash. I think with the lashes, like, you're not gonna notice the green right away unless I look down or blink. So it's a nice little, like, different flash of color, a little surprise. I really like that. And that's what I was looking for. I didn't want to get another boring brown or black eye. The Chantecaille Lip Veil and Honey Pot. It's a nice nude. Alright guys, that's the final look. I really like the contour. I think when everything's said and done, it's pretty well blended out. I'm a little heavy on this side versus this side, but I like the under chin contouring. It does add a really nice effect. I'm working on the brows. I do like that product. It is different. It does really hold my brows in place and gives me a lot of like texture to work with, especially since I don't have much to work with. I love the Pop of Green eyeliner. I'm a huge fan. Makes me want to use eyeliner again. If you want to get into contour, even if you're a newbie, like, these are really like pigmented shades. But I think, especially like if you're not sure what colors to pick, I think this gives you a lot to try out, and you can mix colors. They're really pigmented, so you'll want to use a light hand, especially if you're new to contouring. I think it's a good idea to use a light hand. They have some really interesting shades in here, especially this hashtag shade. It's kind of a red color, which is really interesting. I wouldn't mind using these as eyeshadows, to be honest. I want to see how they work as transition, because they're pretty dang perfect. I mean, talk about base colors, like, we can do a lot with these. But yeah, I want to watch kind of Scott Barnes' videos on contouring and use this palette yet again. Try to use the colors he uses. Try it out, even if you're a beginner. Like, it's just gonna help you play with colors, and the more you practice, the more you'll be comfortable with it. If you don't practice, you're just not gonna understand the power of it. I can see the power of it right now as I'm looking in the camera. Like, I'm definitely getting that snatched vibe, especially like I have a round face. It gets a little, you know, poofy. I'll just say that. So I can appreciate the effect that this brings to your face. Please let me know if you like this video, if you have any questions, if you want me to try some different shades, if you'd like me to try a different technique that you've heard about. I'm all in. Please comment, subscribe, click like, ask me questions, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!